Jamar Chase and the Bengals didn't agree to a long-term contract. Why? The answer is why. What was the hangup? We know the answer, and we're going to get to it right now on Cincinnati Bengals Talk. Hi again, everyone, and welcome in to CBT. I'm James Rapien of BengalsTalk.com. That's a Sports Illustrated site. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, join the community of over 46,000 Bengals fans that are going to get an important message about Jamar Chase, about his situation, about his contract status right now. That's why you subscribe, and that's why we have you covered. I wrote about this morning for BengalsTalk.com, and feel free to check out the word breakdown there after watching this video. But the hangups in the Jamar Chase deal, you would think there'd be multiple. And yet it sounds like there was one key hangup that kept the Bengals, that kept Jamar Chase from agreeing to a long-term extension. And it wasn't number of years. Jamar Chase was willing to sign a 4-year extension, which certainly benefits the Bengals. It wasn't average annual value. The Bengals are willing to give Jamar Chase $140 million and match the Justin Jefferson deal that Jefferson signed earlier this offseason, the 4-year, $140 million extension. Sources tell me that those numbers were the numbers that were offered, the final numbers that they discussed for 140. So that checks both boxes for both sides, I would say. Guarantees. I know you're already thinking, but what about the guaranteed money? I was told the Bengals offered $90 million guaranteed, 90 guaranteed, including a $30 million signing bonus. So what's the hang up? Why isn't this deal done? Why isn't Jamar signed? What's going on? Is it a Jamar problem? No, I actually don't think it's a Jamar problem. I'm shocked that the deal isn't getting done or hasn't gotten done, especially because the raw numbers make a ton of sense. The lone snag in the agreement had to do with when the guarantees would kick in, when those would vest and protect Jamar Chase essentially from a serious injury, or protect him from, let's say, he doesn't perform at a high level, even though we would all expect him to perform at a high level. Chase more than willing to do the 4-year extension, so he'd be under contract for 6 years. He wanted the guaranteed money and injury protections to kick in earlier in the deal, and that's when talks broke down. They couldn't agree on when Chase's guarantees would fully vest, become fully guaranteed. And the Bengals offer, from what I've been told, league sources say, push that down the line to 2027. So following the 2026 campaign. So we're in 24, 25, and that's the 5th-year option. So final year of his rookie deal in 24, 25 is the 5th-year option, 26 would be the first year of the contract extension, and then you have some fully guaranteed dollars coming his way in 2027. And that's it. The Chase wanted the assurance of guarantees early in the contract, especially because he's at risk every time he plays of serious injury. And the Bengals offer pushed it down to 2027, which protects the franchise over the next few seasons. And if that's accurate, and I believe it is, multiple league sources confirming that that's the case, well, damn, why didn't it get done? You couldn't push him up a little bit, to give a little more reassurance, a little more. And I think that's rough. If you get that close, and look, Chase's money this year is guaranteed. It's like $5 million with include like total salary. Next year it's $21.8 million. That's guaranteed. So it's really 26. Like, could you not put some of that in there? That's the hang up, though. And that's what didn't get this deal across, which to me, it's just, it's wild to think about like that, because we spent months really talking about it. And heck, I sat here and I said, look, if Chase is willing to go 4 years, what a huge bonus for the Bengals. And I think the Bengals are saying, hey, we're willing to give you guaranteed money, but we're going to do it and still protect our franchise in the interim. And meanwhile, Jamar Chase is like, well, CeeDee Lamb didn't have that. Joe Burrow didn't have that. Like these guys have the guarantees, the injury protection that it's built in. And so if that fully vests just a little earlier, I think this deal is done. And to me, what's interesting is if it's this close, and Mo Egger asked me this on Monday. I was in with Mo from 3 to 6 on ESPN 1530. He was like, why not just get it done this week? And assuming that this is right, and my sources aren't just straight up lying to me, and it's this close. Well, who cares about the Bengals precedent about negotiating in season? Who cares about that? Just bump up the when it's going to fully vest by a year. Get it done. Why wait till next year? It's still beneficial to get it done now. It's still better to spread it out over 6 years. If you're willing to do 4 for 140 and 90 million guaranteed, then why not have those guarantees kick in just a bit sooner? And especially if it protects the it protects the player a bit, which I get. I get why Chase would want that. 2, it protects you at the tail end of that deal, maybe 2029, when who knows if Jamar Chase is the same guy then. And so having some of those guarantees bumped up some, usually the guaranteed money is you want it earlier. And that's why when I heard this, I was like, all right, well, what's the benefit here? And the benefit for the Bengals would be to protect themselves just in case something happens from an injury standpoint, or just in case something happens. And so by pushing them down the line, it's unique. It really is, because usually it's the other way. Usually you want to get that guaranteed money out of the way and then you have flexibility later. But this, really, really interesting. The Bengals push that fully vested money down the line, and man, just bring it back up the line a little bit and get this done. Get him signed. That's where I like it. I understand the point of view, but he's like franchise 1A. Like Joe Burrow's the franchise. And so if it's something this small, you're willing to do all these other things. If it's something this small and it gets it done and it gets him under contract for the next 6 years, I do it. And who knows? Maybe there's another snag or two in the fine print that I have not heard. But if that is the snag, well, damn, that's quite the snag. Put it that way, and quite the snag that I think you can overcome. And who knows? Maybe I can be the mediator. I've joked about that on Locked On. I can be the mediator, and the two sides can hammer out a deal. More than happy to do that, Bengals. More than happy to do that, Jamar Chase's camp, if that's the case. Please, please, please check out the article at bengalstalk.com. Make sure you check out Enter the Jungle. We had our latest episode every Tuesday at 8 Eastern, but had our latest episode on Tuesday discussing Joe Burrow, discussing the state of the Bengals as they are right now, 0-1. Jamar Chase without a deal. We know what held it up. I'm surprised it was that. I got to be honest with you. It wasn't overall guarantees. It was when they kick in. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please hit that subscribe button, ring the bell. And until next time, I'm James Rapien. Thank you so much for watching Cincinnati Bengals Talk.